was so good. I just ate a delicious dinner. I am stuffed. I finished my work day. Oh, did they plant some new plants over there? I just noticed that. It's funny. I just noticed. Look, they planted new plants right there. Interesting. Interesting. But I finished my work day. Finished seeing clients for today. And I just grabbed me some food from one of these halal guys in my neighborhood. And I feel great. But I'm looking at this stuff here, and I want to finish decluttering. I want to finish what I started. You know, sometimes you're afraid to open up some things because you just like don't know what the hell gonna come out. You're like, hold on. Uh-oh. What is this? I don't remember when I got this. But the sad part about it is, like, I didn't even have it for a week, and the freaking strap broke. And I'm trying to remember where I got this from. I want to say I got it from an African shop in Inglewood, California. It's a nice print. I mean, it's cute. But we got to get some better straps on here. Like, the hell? How the freak that strap just broke? Like, both actually broke. Where's the other piece to it? No, do something with this. This is cute, though. It's cute. I think I have enough bags and purses, yo. Some of these bags and purses I only carried, like, for a very short time. And I'm looking at some bags and purses over there that I don't even freaking carry, yo. I don't. Like, it's like, look at these purses, yo. This is crazy. This is crazy. And this is just some. Like, I have more. I be having so much stuff. Like, that's why I'm decluttering right now, because it's just a lot. I have this. This is a cute one, though. A coconut purse. Rarely even used it. Rarely even carried it. I was going to go to the park. I was going to do like a walk, a nature walk, and go live, but changed my mind. Probably do it tomorrow or Sunday. Sunday might be a better day to do it, because tomorrow I'm definitely going to do laundry. New York. Got this in New York. Some of these I don't even remember where the hell I got it from. This is a cute one right here. Little bag. Maybe I should sell some of these things, but I'm like, nah. I don't want to sell it because it's more work to sell it. I just want to get me more shit I gotta do to sell it. So I'll just keep it or just throw it away. I actually got this recently. You guys already saw this one. I got this one recently. From the Malcolm Shabazz African Market on 116th Street. Got this purse. This one. Alright, back to this bag here. So I'm decluttering. This is a part 2 to an earlier video that I made on me going through all of my things that I got from, not all of my things actually, because I got a whole shipment of shit that came from LA. It arrived here on Saturday. And it took about a month. I think it did take about a month for them to bring all my shit here. But it actually, like, because what they did, they unloaded my storage unit while I wasn't there. Like, it was supposed to happen when I was there in LA last month, but they flaked on me. They didn't show up, so I ended up having to make an arrangement for the district manager of my storage unit to grant them access to get my things while I wasn't there, right? That was a whole nother layer of shit I had to do. Then they went and picked my stuff up, but they put it like in their warehouse until they were ready to leave. And I think it sat in the warehouse maybe for like a month, not a month, sorry, for a week. And then they left LA. And I think they got here, it was like, they went out on the road probably for 1 week, y'all. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Definitely not throwing this away. I like this. I almost forgot I had this. This is cute. As long as it don't have any hole. Oh, the freaking hole fucked it up, yo. It has a hole in it. Just had to have a hole in it. Granted, I could fix it, but why do the holes always appear in the bag, yo? Right there in the butt part. Like, my butt that big. My butt is not freaking big. I mean, I could sew it, right? I'm just not into that, though. I did get some needle and thread. Because I had to fix my bifold coat that I got from West Africa. So I did get some needle and thread, so I could sew it. Because this is cute, but I feel like I'm pretty sure I can find another one like it. Oh, this is cute. Oh, I want to throw it away. The hole isn't that big. I can sew it actually tonight. But you know, that's a lot to sew right here though. Like, I don't know. Oh well, just charge to the game. It's all good. Oh, I am full though. I gotta move slowly while my food digests. One of my first dashiki shirts. I think I got this from the Chinese store. It's Asian store in the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall. And then I was questioning whether or not it was legit. I asked my coworker who was from Nigeria, I think, at the time. And she was like, girl, I will get you a real one. And she just brought that shit to me for free. You got some nice like house pants. Or just pants to take a nice nature walk. I probably will keep these. So the goal here is to go through all of my bags of clothes here to see what am I keeping and what am I throwing away. These are some nice jeans, but like I said, I already have enough jeans. I feel like I already saved enough jeans from the first bag I went through on my part 1 video. So what's up, Denitra? How are you? So I'm gonna get rid of like these jeans. This is a shirt from University of North Florida that I'm throwing away. Yeah. Turtleneck. Throwing away. I think what it is I ate too much. Because it was so freaking good. I know how it is. You eat some good food. You eat too much of it. Oh, I'm definitely throwing these away. But I did wear these pants even with the holes in them. I didn't care. This is when I lived in Hollywood too. Hollywood, Cali. Because that's the style. That rugged look. You feeling peachy? I'm great. I had this shirt for a long time. Where are you at? Where do you stay? I had this shirt for a long time, so I'm going to get rid of it. This shirt has run its course. Definitely keeping these. I have a lot of pants like this though. It's just my style. New York City is like getting back to normal speed. This is a nice shirt, but I'm getting rid of it. I don't like when shirts have like deodorant stains. And granted, I used to wear like Secret deodorant, you know, like that leaves that white kind of filmy substance on your shirt, on your clothes. I don't wear that deodorant anymore though. I actually don't wear deodorant. But when I do feel like wearing deodorant, I wear the organic deodorant. You live in Las Vegas? No. You live in Las Vegas. More black pants that I'm going to throw away. I got my use out of these pants. Just think about me, yo. When I wear clothes and when I finally throw them away, better believe I got fair use out of them motherfuckers. Oh, I remember these. I think I got these from New York. I wore these things too, boy. For real. For real, though. I got some freaking avocado on my pants. I was eating leftovers earlier. I ordered some chicken quesadillas last night. And it came with some avocado dip, some sour cream, and some salsa. I wanna save these because I just like the design. But I'm just like, I had these for so long. I think I had these when I first moved to New York in 2014. And I carried these with me all the way to LA. So it's just like, it's done you fairly well. Yeah. It seemed like it wouldn't be that many opportunities there. But I guess it just depends on, like, the person. Because what was your major again? You were, what is it, social work? Don't fault me. I just have a bad memory. Don't take it personal. But I do remember you said I used to do your hair at Florida State. If I'm not mistaken. New York Film Academy. I'm throwing this shit away. I'm giving them no promotion. Long ass socks. I'm throwing these away too. I'm glad I'm going through this stuff. Because it needs to be thrown away, yo. This is a nice shirt. California shirt. But I'm throwing it away. Because there's more where that came from, right? But then again, I'm like, no, I don't want to throw it away. Part of me is like, no! Grab it! Don't throw it away! Get it? It's like, grab me! No, I'm throwing you away. There's a lot of old white people in my neighborhood. They be so happy, you know, be like, what y'all so happy for? What y'all so happy for? Oh, you didn't like lucked up on the stock market, huh? These are nice pants. But they got a hole. I don't understand, yo. This hole is in the front, though. What is it with the hole in my freaking pants? Either the front or the back. Like, in the same spot. Yo, I got my wear out these jokers. Damn. Okay. Do you care to share which field are you in? I mean, Vegas is like a tourist town. But I guess if you know how to hustle, you can make it anywhere. Huh? You can thrive anywhere. Know how to hustle. This is a nice tank top. I think I'm gonna keep this. This is a nice one. Vegas, yo, I went to Vegas, but I ain't even about to talk about my trip to Vegas, baby. So I did go to Vegas. It was 2017. Yeah, my ex, he took me to Vegas as a way to make up, because he, like, you know what I'm saying, he fucked up real bad. It wasn't cheating. Like, that's the thing. Some people think that just because, like, relationships end, it's like, oh, he must have cheated on her. Because I guess cheating is so common in relationships, but no. It was more so, like, toxic. It was toxic. I've already talked about it. I think I might throw this away. I don't know where I got this from. Oh, I know where I got this from. I think that's from Atlanta. From, this, LGBTQ celebrity. I forget her name. She was friends with Lala Anthony, I think. That's where I think I got this from. Damn, I had this shit for a long time. But it's run its course, though. Atlanta is so throwback, yo. I used to live in Atlanta from 2011 to 2014. So. Oh, you enjoyed the entertainment side? Alright. Let me know what I'm missing. Let me find out I'm missing something. Shoot. I might keep this one. Seems kind of big, though. Yeah, I feel like Vegas does have a lot to offer, even when I went there on vacation. But I was so disappointed because the person I went with, like, it doesn't matter who you go on trips with, right? Because if you go on a trip with somebody, like, one person can fuck up the whole trip. I would have had a lot more fun going there by myself, but I went with my ex, and it just was a disaster, y'all. I would never forget that shit. It was a disaster. I'm just like, why spend so much money to come out here? Like, paying for the nice ass fucking hotel room and all of that. And it was so spontaneous. So he was like, oh, we're going to Vegas this weekend. I was like, what? He's like, pack your things, we're going to Vegas. Alright, whatever. We're gonna turn down that shit. But it was like the same old bullshit in Vegas. The same, like, what's the point? We have these problems in LA. What's the point of going to Vegas? These are some nice jeans, but I think I'm gonna part ways with these. Yo, this freaking tank top has seen better days, yo. It has seen better days. First spandex pants I've come across. I might get rid of these too, though. I have a lot of these. I got a whole, I don't know what is the deal with these holy ass fucking pants, yo. I'm not getting rid of this shit. Throw it in the trash. Throw it in the bag. Getting rid of these too. You live out there by yourself or with a roommate? With hubby? These are some nice spandex, but I'm getting rid of them. Cause I feel like spandex pants you can buy anywhere, right? Let's see. I feel like this could be a nice tank top. I'm gonna keep this. Especially when the fact that it's getting warmer. Oh, here's the other sock. I think it is. Alright. Oh, hold on. More socks. I have a lot of socks though. I don't know. What? You haven't been out since the pandemic? It wasn't even bad company. This was a guy I was dating. I wish I could say it was bad company, but I guess you can look at it that way. But no, this was a guy, like, I was in a like full-fledged relationship with. We lived together, like. That was my last serious relationship. Yeah. But you haven't been out since the pandemic? Alright. Here is another bag. I got two more big bags to go through. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. Let's do this. These are some cute pants. I might keep these. I guess it takes some people longer than others to kind of get readjusted back to life as usual, so to speak. It's hard. This is a cute little top, but I look kind of dingy. Oh, your bae lives with you? I hope you're paying the bills. I mean, that's my own personal bias. Like, I think women should not have to pay for anything. And that's how it has always been in my past relationships. I mean, I paid, not that I didn't contribute. I did, but nah, they took care of that. They took care of everything. I just feel like it's unnatural for a woman to be paying bills when a man is there. Now, I live by myself here in New York, and I'm okay with paying my own bills. But if a man is there with me, or if I'm with him, it don't matter. We live together. Like, I'm not paying no bills. No. I'm not even attracted to a guy who is okay with that situation. But that's just my own personal preference. So don't let my own bias impose upon you. I'm just expressing, like, my thing. Should I keep this? I think I might. It's a nice little coat. That's just my thing. Yeah, I can't even, my pussy won't even get wet if I'm paying for the bills. That's just me. Oh, did I just say that? I'm just keeping it 100. There's a glare. Maybe I should turn this around because there's a glare. Is that better? You say really? Really about what? Paying for the bills? Girl, it changes the whole dynamic in a relationship. It just does. It changes the dynamic. Now, not to say I can't pay for the bills, of course. I can pay for whatever I want to pay for. I'm gonna keep this. I like this one. But I'm attracted to dominant men, so to speak, right? And usually, true dominant men don't want a woman paying for bills. Like, no. Like, you could buy ice cream. You could go buy ice cream, you know what I'm saying? Or just little shit you want to buy with your money. But they don't want your money to contribute. They don't need your money, number one, to contribute to that. Now, if you want to, you can. It's not to say that you can't pay. You can, of course, you can pay, but it's not expected. That's the difference. It's not expected that you pay for the bills. So that's the difference. You the head? Hold on, we gotta talk about this, Denisha. You the head. So, what does that mean? You're the head. You the head of household. You pay for everything, or you pay for most things. This is another one of those pieces that I got from my friend from the Ivory Coast. I mean, it works. Trust me, I know a lot of situations like that with women. Yo, taking care of a whole ass man. That sounds so burdensome to me. Like, I can't do it. I don't know how y'all do it. It sounds so burdensome. That's my incense, the smoke. It sounds so burdensome to take care of a whole ass man. Does he contribute to that? Maybe I'm asking too much, too personal. I don't know. Everybody got different comfortability levels when it comes to sharing information, but you don't have to share if you don't want. But I'm just curious, like, does he contribute at all, or do you pay for everything? And what he do? He cook? He better do something. He better do something more than just playing dick or bringing the dick. I mean, I like this. I don't know. That's just me. Of course. Yes, that's not my situation though. That must be nice. What, not having to pay for nothing? Now listen, people, we live in a society, nothing is perfect. People aren't perfect. Things happen, right? Do fall on hard times or whatever. That's where I come in, right? Fall on hard times, then I will definitely, rise to the plate. I've been in a relationship like that. Rise to the plate and do what I gotta do. But I can't respect the man. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just me. But let's say not even living together. We ain't even at that point we're living together. We're just on dating, right? We're just dating. And when it comes to like paying for the meal and all of that, to me that's foreign. That's some new shit. And I actually kind of adjusted a little bit to this whole idea of me paying for my food on a date. When a guy is courting, I'm like, you're courting me, right? I'm the prize, you know what I'm saying? At least I should be made to feel that way. I don't understand this whole new thing, but I guess it's women too. I think women play a major role in it, because if you have women who, will be taking care of niggas and shit like that and paying for the meal on dates and stuff, dudes get comfortable with that, and they expect all women do that, right? Nah. Only way I fall in love is if a guy shows me I'm the prize, And he's a man, he's dominant. He take care of his responsibility. He can take care of himself. Like, he's still on his own 2 feet, right? He don't live at home with his grandma, his mama, his family, his whatever. He's still on his own 2 feet. He's independent, right? And he's proven that he can not only take care of himself, but if he want to get involved with me, and I'm a woman, right? I have a womb. He is a man. He has a penis. Meaning, we fall in love. We freaking start feeling each other and shit. A baby comes. There's no question about financial stability. There's no question about, can he provide? There's no strain. Yes, women do it by themselves. Women have been doing it by themselves. I'm definitely keeping this. This is a gift that I got. Another one of the gifts I got from my friend from the Ivory Coast. I like this. Keeping it. It just affects the dynamic. It does. People say it don't, but it does. Like, I'm recognizing my power. I'm a strong, dominant. Well, I can be dominant, right, in many different areas, especially professionally. But when it comes to relating to a man, no. He should be the man wearing the pants, providing. And if I'm doing that, I'm definitely throwing this shit away. This shit looks dingy as fuck. If I'm providing, right, money equals power, you know what I'm saying? The more you contribute, I bet you, what's the dynamic? Talk about the dynamic between you and him. That's not your situation. Well, what's your situation? Because if you the head of household, I guarantee you call the shots. Now, he probably calls some shots to you because you give him that power, right? But you still got the power to kick his ass aside. I went to a couple of the preachers. I don't know if y'all remember the show, The Preachers. I went to a couple of their shows. Should I keep this? I don't really want to keep it. Y'all see, I'm about to throw this shit out. It just affects the dynamic in a relationship. You can't submit to a man like that. I can respect you, but I just want, like, submission? Nah. Save my submission for a man who's truly dominant. Throw this shit away. I think women do a great job at trying to make men feel dominant. You know, I just feel like sometimes women coddle men. Like, I know a situation like that. Somebody in my family, I ain't calling no names, but somebody very close to me in my family, like, is married, you know what I'm saying? And this nigga ain't doing shit. I know he ain't doing shit. Talking about he disabled. Bitch, disabled. You can go and get a job. Like, you can do stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like these pants, though. I think just people, sometimes people like use certain things as a crutch. Like, yes, there are people who have disabilities, so don't get me mistaken to interpret what I'm saying as, oh, be dismissive of that. But I'm saying that, like, and his disability is so-called physical, like, oh, he can't, you know what I'm saying, like, he can't work because he got injured, but he can do a lot of other things. I bet you can fuck. I bet you he fucking, you know what I'm saying, I bet you he eat. I bet you the motherfucker drinking and smoking and doing everything else, but just sitting around the house doing. I can't. Yo, I would literally come home. Like, not to say I can't. I probably could be in a situation like that, but I couldn't respect a man like that. I couldn't. I'm going out working. I'm coming home, and he's just like chilling. Like I said, my pussy won't even get wet. Literally, I ain't even exaggerating. I'm not even figuratively speaking. I'm like literally speaking. Like, my shit will not get wet. Unless a man measure up. Gotta measure up. And that's how my shit get wet. You think 50-50 is good? 50-50 is a partnership, right? That's like going into business with somebody. But it's not 50-50. I think women have been tricked into thinking that it's 50-50. But if, let's say you want a kid, right? I don't know your situation. But assuming that you want a kid, or a woman in general, let's say a woman in general want plans to have a kid, that ain't 50-50. A woman is contributing more. Not only is she carrying a baby and doing shit around the house and all of this, she's contributing 50-50. That's not 50-50. That's more like her contribution is 80. His is 20. And then dudes say, oh, well, I'll help. I cook, I clean. Sure you do. Naturally, women just end up taking that role. I think I got this. It's a nice coat. I think I got this from, was it H&M, I think? But I was so mad to see that when I got it, didn't have pockets. So I barely even wore this thing. I barely even wore it. Nah, I ain't doing no 50-50. Y'all can have that. I'm gonna probably be single the rest of my life, y'all. I'm okay with that. I know times have changed, right? We don't live in the 1950s no more. You know? I get it. I'm just gonna be single. You know? I'm okay with that. But I do want kids, though. I do want to experience being a mother. I like this. But I don't know what the hell is on the back. I think I'm gonna throw it away though. I got my use out of this too. No, what I'm saying is this: a woman would not have to contribute anything, because I guess this is the thing. The kind of caliber of man, like financial caliber, that I'm attracted to, is just, yo, you making enough that you can provide, point blank, period, for the family. 50-50 dudes, they barely can stand on their own 2 feet. So they're looking for a partner. It makes sense to save money, you know what I'm saying, so they can be able to afford. their living situation. But if you're making decent, you literally don't, a man doesn't need a woman to contribute in that way. He's looking for a woman who can bring what he cannot. Those are the kind of men that I'm attracted to. I wore this shirt long enough. I'm going to get rid of it because I don't like the design. I mean, it was cool when it lasted, but I don't like the design of it. Now, I do like this sweater, so I'm keeping it. You think you're too old to have kids? How? You in your 30s, right? Like, we're in the same age group. I'm 38. I feel like as long as you got a period. But then again, it's about raising kids, too. So maybe you can bear, but maybe you feel like, oh, the raising part. Nah, I don't feel like I'm too old. I feel like as long as my body can produce kids, I'm going to have them. And I'm going to be a damn good mother at raising their ass, too. I want all boys, though. Yeah, I ain't looking. See, that's the difference. Like, for me, I don't want no 50-50 partner. I don't want, like, a man with that dynamic where, like, yes, we're equal in our value, but in our roles, like, no, we're different. I like to feel that I'm a woman. I like to feel my femininity. I like to feel a man's power over me in a relationship in a healthy way. Not maladaptive, but in a healthy way. You know? I just like that shit. I like to feel that I'm being taken care of. That shit turn me on. You know what I'm saying? Like the little girl in me. Throwing this away. I like that. The sense of knowing that, oh, like he taking care of me. You know? He's committed to me. I'm his responsibility. I like that. That's why I'm careful not to date guys, because I know, and having that mindset as a woman or a submissive woman and dating just the average Joe, I can become a burden to him, right? Or a liability. I don't want to be a man's burden because every man can't handle that. There are men where it's nothing for them to take on these women. In fact, these men I talk about, these dominant men, alpha men, be having 5 women that they're taking care of. You know what I'm saying? So one woman ain't nothing for them to take care of. You know? Those are the men that I'm attracted to. I had this for a minute, but I think it's time to part ways with you. It's time to part ways. Aww. It's hard, yo. It's hard because I had it for so long. You had my same views in a partner and then you changed. What made you change? You have a male cat and you're 35 years old. Yeah, that's a good age. Yeah, I need to get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. I got this bag and I have one more big bag to go through and then I am done, yo. This is work. Getting rid of this though. I like this shirt. Real life. See, I'm stubborn. I don't care how many men I come across and that shit don't work. It don't work because I know why it don't work. I be giving these dudes a chance. Like the video I made, yesterday? And I was talking about the pet peeves that I saw in this last dude I dated. And he was 32 years old. And somebody commented and say, oh, I'm a cougar. I'm like, no, I'm far from a cougar. In fact, I like older men. I like dominant men. So it makes sense that I would like older men. Because younger guys just haven't quite matured yet. But then again, there are some younger men, so to speak, who may have reached a certain degree of maturity that I can work within. I can work with, right? But it don't mean that I won't be, like, turned off by certain things they do. I love this coat. You know what? I think I might do something with this. I might, like, turn it into some art project. That's what I'm going to do to, like, a lot of my jeans that I went through in my first video. I'm going to end up turning into, like, an art project. But yeah, I'm definitely far from a cougar. The way I see cougars is as cougars are just like old ass women, right? I did say 40s, but in my last video I said 40s. But y'all would say more like 50s. Like there's a huge age difference, and they prey on younger men. I don't prey on younger men. In fact, I don't even prey on men. So any man that you hear me talking about, like I make it a point that a man pursues me. That's the only way it can be. I make it a point. He has to pursue me, right? Otherwise, I'm not attracted to him. Pan-African Film Festival. I make it a point that. So, I attract younger guys sometimes. They look at me, sometimes think that I'm their age. I'm like, no, baby, I can be your auntie. I can be your mom. Like, young guys be like 24 years old. I'm like, I'm 37. I'm about to be 38. But, and I always usually turn them down. But there are a few where I'll consider. Depending on how, like, their intellect, right? And us being able to have a deep conversation and just how they approach me, what they bring to the table. I'm like, all right, you probably, you checked out in those areas. So I'm like, I'll consider, you know. But a lot of times, developmentally, they're not ready yet. They say that they are, but they don't really know what it means to commit. And for them, it's like I don't want to be with somebody it feels like a burden. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, commitment. And they have these warped views of what it means to be in a relationship, right? Like, they look at it like they on lockdown. And, you know, lockdown, that's how you perceive it to be. Maybe based on previous experience, that's probably how it was. But it's not locked down. I've learned to be more understanding to others' lives and make adjustments accordingly. I mean, I think that's a smart thing to do. Especially considering the cultural, social, political context in which we live in. A lot of our men just, we doing better. A lot of black women are doing a lot better oftentimes than a lot of these black men out here. I like this jacket, even though it did get kind of ripped. Arm part. But that can be fixed. Yeah, they be falling behind. A lot of these black men do be falling behind. And so, women make accommodations for them. I don't make no accommodations. I'm sorry. I'm just different. Because I feel like there are men out there, who just rise to the plate. Rise up despite the circumstances. Hell, they think that just because black women doing good and we got degrees and this and that, bank account, shit just made for us and we ain't have to overcome no obstacles. No. I overcome a lot of obstacles. I've had a rough life, but you overcome it. I overcome it. Y'all ass can overcome that shit. Not to say it's gonna be easy, but you can fight for it. I don't make accommodations for black men. Be a man. You got it within you. I think sometimes we feminize these men. We play a role in the feminization of black men. I don't definitely want to play a role in that feminization. But I get it for the purpose of procreation to keep the race going, right? Leave it up to white supremacy, our birth rate will be 0. So despite the financial obstacles that we under, poor or rich, black people, we still be fucking and we still procreate, you know what I'm saying? And granted, some kids are born into very harsh situations, but, if we push through that shit. I like this, I'm gonna keep it. But yeah, that's just me, That's just me. I like this too. I think I'm gonna keep this one. And a lot of this stuff I'm keeping, I probably will never wear. But that'll be the test. If I don't wear it, then I'm gonna get rid of it. But I actually used to wear this stuff in LA. So keeping it. This I'm throwing away. Because this coat has run its course and it's split. But it's still a nice coat though. Like, look, you wouldn't know it as split on the inside if I put it on. Would you? You wouldn't even know. But I have enough blazers. I have a lot of blazers anyway. I can do away with this one. This is nice. So y'all been dating for a while, sounds like, and maybe y'all might be leaning towards marriage, if not already married. Y'all see how many freaking peacoats I have? Navy blue. That I haven't even really worn in LA. I do kind of want to go out tonight, though. But where? Kind of want to go to a comedy club. I could get these in another bag here. I got all these clothes, though, from LA that I've accumulated over time and space. Not always the ultimate goal, but for some people it is, I guess. Some people don't want to get married. They see it as just a formality, you know, a legality, not something that is necessary, you know, to a relationship. Yeah, my arm's long as shit, yo. I'm not throw this out. The scary part about marriage is knowing that 1 out of every 2 marriages end in divorce. So it's like, we're gonna be married. Like, listen, don't waste my time with a marriage little fiasco, knowing damn well your ass ain't committed like that. Cause I'm loyal. That's my thinking. Like I'm a loyal woman. Don't have me going through all this shit if you ain't there. Cause your ass might just come up missing. And them white people ain't coming for your ass. They ain't looking for you. Now let me stop. Y'all really think I'm crazy. I'm just saying no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the one. I'm not the one to play with. To know, it's reassuring to know that divorce is an option, I guess. Just feel kind of tight. To know they got a way out. Listen, nobody hold your ass down. That's one thing about me. I'm totally different. Like, I feel like I'll be committed to a man, right? I'm loyal. But I'm not one of those women that be like, some women be begging, like, on their knees, like, please, come back. Baby, why you didn't call me? I'm not doing all that shit. For what? You're going to know I care because of the amount of time that I'm giving you, right? I'm with you. Right? And I may say it one time. I may express it maybe a few times, like, oh, I miss you, or, you know, where you been at. But I'm not, I feel like, because you know why I'm not going to do that? Because people feed off of that. It feeds their ego. A lot of times it doesn't change the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I got my own ego to feed. I'm not about to sit up there and be feeding your motherfucking ego. Begging. Wondering where your ass at. Stressing the fuck out. Like, I'm committed to myself first and foremost above anything else. I ain't gotta do it. A woman ain't gotta do all of that. If she's with the right man, she ain't gotta do all that. Women be fighting. That's why they be going like, what they call that shit? Foot and nail, whatever the fuck you call it. For a dude, I ain't doing all that. I'm not doing all of that. I'm gonna show you I'm interested. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna care. But, nah. I'll let a man go. Do you. I'm not like, do you. Go. Be happy. I move on and live my life. I like this dress. This is another dress that my friend from the Ivory Coast gave me. He gave me a lot, as you guys can see. I really like this one. Be free. In fact, I might tell you to get the fuck on out my face. I will help you. I will literally help you move on. For the sake of my peace. Real. This is a nice blazer. This blazer got me through many of practicums. That's why some of these things are hard to let go, because they have memories attached to them. I don't think this one had pockets. No, it didn't. So why would I keep it? I'm not keeping it. Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. Being realistic, you know, you adjust it to the reality and let go of the fairy tale of a perfect Prince Charming. Listen, I ain't let that shit go. And I probably won't ever let it go. I'm holding on to the ideal. And if it never comes, it just never comes. Listen, if it never comes, it just never comes. This is the last bag that I'm going through. So my focus, my research and clinical focus, I'm glad you asked, is targeted towards, okay, some of this shit y'all need to see, like this freaking bra, but I'm probably gonna throw it out because my breasts have gotten bigger, so I realize like a lot of my bras, I just can't fit anymore, throwing them out. But it's targeted towards, black identity within African Americans, implicit racial bias in children. That's my focus in a nutshell. I'm working on my dissertation now. It's near complete. I'm finalizing the manuscript, basically. I'm finalizing my manuscript, finishing up the discussion, the conclusion, and all of that good part of the dissertation. And then I will defend my dissertation soon. Very, very soon. And then it's going to be published. I kind of want to keep these pants. But like I said, I have enough jeans. I'm finalizing it. It's going to be published. And I'll release it. I'm going to release it to the public so y'all can take a peek. But that's just the beginning of it. For me, I've learned through the grapevine. And just observing like other leaders and people, you know, who are affecting change in the black community, just to act, just to walk the talk as opposed to just talking it, because sometimes you get to talking too much, it gets interrupted, right? And they're gonna try to interrupt the plan anyway. But for me, I just rather just let my actions speak, and so that's what I'm doing. But I have a website, you know, my website is attached to my Facebook page, and my research is definitely highlighted on my website. I like this. Keep this one. So you can check it out. Definitely check it out if you're interested in learning more or getting involved. And yeah, a lot of people have asked me about when they're going to be published because they want to read my dissertation. Oh, it's fire. Oh, just know it's going to be fire. Facebook be hating on me though. My videos actually used to go viral more. Like more people would see my videos, but have you noticed they don't show my live videos to that many people? So it'd be like a handful of people on my lives. They'd be in and out because they just don't show them like that. So Seminoles, this thing carried me a long way too, but I'm definitely about to part ways with this. I don't want to though, but I have other Seminole shirts like this though. It's hard to part ways. No, I'm not gonna throw it away. It's just too hard. But a lot of this stuff in this bag, I think a lot of this stuff in this bag I'm about to part ways with. Throwback. Ubawa Book Fair shirt. I can't wait to start hosting events. I'm gonna do that pretty soon. Oh, I got this shirt. I bought this from another literary giant, Tamika Newhouse. This is a book that goes with her shirt. I mean, a book that goes with her shirt. A shirt that goes with her book. He's my favorite mistake, but I'm gonna throw it away because it's just old. Like, it's old. Ooh. Y'all don't even know what that was. Let me move this over here. Alright. It's a headscarf. I used to wrap my hair. I stopped. Yeah, a lot of this shit I'm throwing out. Oh, it's so hard to part ways with these because I used to love these freaking pants. As you guys can see, I've worn the hell out of these freaking jokers. These freaking jokers. These were some spandex pants that I ended up cutting up. Some of these white men over here be catching my eye, yo. But I probably wouldn't do that because I know a lot of y'all will be coming for my ass, yo. Y'all will come for me. If y'all saw me with a white man, y'all will come for me. But a lot of these white men be attractive. It's not so much, oh, they're white, so that's what makes them attractive. Is their status. So you gotta understand, like, about me, what attracts me is status. I like power. I like dominance. That's what I mean by dominance, yo. I like a dominant man. That shit is sexy to me. Everybody like different shit. Some women like men who are humble and passive and just are very agreeable. I don't like no agreeable man. Don't agree with it. And that's a trick because men be confused. They think that it's about agreeing with me, right? Or a woman. So long as they say, all right, yes, I agree, or yeah, like we on the same frequency. And that's the difference. No. We can still be on the same frequency and you not agree with everything that come in my mouth. Because I know everything that come in my mouth is not freaking true. Right? I want you to have enough fucking balls as a man to be able to stand up for yourself. And to have a voice if you disagree. But don't just disagree just for the sake of freaking. Because I feel like sometimes it goes the other way, right? Where they just feel like, all right, this is what she expect me to do. She expect me to have a mind of my own. So I'm just going to disagree just to show that, oh, I can disagree. Nah, dog. Don't be arguing just as for the sake of arguing. But yeah, set boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Don't let me run over you because I am that type of one. I will run over you. I feel like just women, black women, we have a sense of dominant energy in us anyway. That's just that melanin, right? But I know for me, it's even heightened beyond that because I'm dominant even amongst other women. Like, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy. It's an energy about you. And like, I would run over a man, yo. So, I'm not promoting them motherfuckers. So, yeah, like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, have some balls about yourself, man. These dudes be letting me run their ass crazy, yo. And I get turned off. But they don't know how to, like, exude their dominance. They don't know how to walk in their masculinity around me. They be terrified. They be afraid. I'm like, yo, if I intimidate you that much when you're in my presence, like, you literally shaking, you sweating, like, you agreeing with every single thing I say, something is wrong. And you just let me have my way. Like, granted, listen, I'm used to having my way. So it's a trick. It's tricky. And I had meant to them. I was like, it's tricky. I get it. It can be confusing, right? Because Yeah, you want to please me. You want to let me get my way. But if you let me have my way on everything, yo, like I feel like it's a balancing act. I think I might keep this skirt, but it has a hole in it, so I'm not gonna keep it. I don't even know where I got this skirt from. You feel me? Like it's a balancing act. You let me get my way on everything. It's like something is wrong. That's what happened in the last guy I was dating. He was just like a yes man in a way. But he was trying to like be firm, right? Stand on what he believed too. And express himself. But you gotta, this is the thing. Man gotta set the rules. Set the rules. Lay the groundwork. But still be compassionate. You know what I'm saying? Still be caring and be sensitive. So that's hard for a lot of men to do. Because they either take one extreme or the other. They become overly sensitive and so caring and nurturing and accommodating towards what a woman wants and pleasing her. Or they take the complete other extreme where they just totally insensitive, domineering, don't give two shits about a woman's feelings, don't have no empathy. It's like, nah, you gotta like know when and how to use, you know what I'm saying, those energies. Yeah, it's complicated, but I feel like it's not really that complicated. Just be a man. I want to keep these, but nah, I got enough jeans. I could see you with a white male. That may open your eyes to an entirely different world. I think so too. I mean, I live in a predominantly white neighborhood where I'm at now, in Upper East Side Manhattan, and yo, I feel like when you got money, money is sexy. That's just what it is. Like, money can make anybody look good, right? Because you taking care of yourself, you eating the best foods, you drinking the best water, like you got the best of everything, right? You like it reflects upon your health. So like, even I went on a date with this guy, the last guy I was talking to, and we're talking about like the difference in the tax bracket and how it reflects upon people, right? And you know, we're talking about the people like in my neighborhood compared to like Harlem and stuff. And he was like, oh, that don't mean that money, not everything. Of course, I'm the first person to say money, everything. Yes. But it does mean something. You can't just dismiss like the importance of money. Like it means something, yo. It reflects upon your physical health, your emotional health, your psychological health. It does not mean that, oh, just because everybody who has money, right? Or everybody who has over 6 figures, let's say, like, they're perfect, everything is good, they don't have like mental health issues, of course, but there's a correlation. We can say that there's a correlation between having financial stability and abundance, right, of resources, and your physical, emotional, psychological health. There's a correlation between the two, and you can see the stark differences, yo. Like, we can't deny this shit. I live in Upper East Side. I walk, I don't know how many miles north to Harlem. I don't know how many miles it is. 2, 3, 4 miles, whatever it is. It takes me to walk there. And I can see differences in the people's, it's just all over a person's face. You can see freaking the struggle on people's faces when I go to Harlem. And you can see just the relaxation, you know what I'm saying, the comfort, the stress-freeness of on people's faces where I live. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? You can see clear skin. You can see like well-groomed. You can see they dress nice. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say they don't have problems. We're not saying that. It's just a difference, yo. And that's what attracts people. But we know behind that is obviously strategized warfare. That's the whole plan of the enemy anyway. That's what they want. Because it's an attack. It's an attack on the black race. We know that. We can't deny that there's an attack on the black race. So that's what they want. They want black women to go to seek white men. And vice versa. To break us up. An equal balance but remaining respectful. Yeah, equal balance, but remaining respectful when it comes to the energy within a man, having that dominant yet feminine energy. But just set like, I need to feel like you got shit under control. And if men say, this is like one of the shirts from the Bible book fair. Men say, they quick to say, oh, women are emotional. Y'all know we emotional. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? I know I can be emotional times 10, yo. That's what dudes be like telling me about their past relationships with women and how bad it was, and she did this, and she was this way, and I'm just like, I don't want to advertise this motherfucker. But I'm just like, yo, I might be worse than her. I just have to keep it real, because I know my ass is very emotional, super. And so, men supposed to be the rational creatures, then be the rational creature. You know what I'm saying? Be the rational one and be firm in the relationship. Set boundaries, lay the rules, but at the same time, make a woman feel secure. Is that too much to ask for? I don't think it's too much to ask for. My dad was that, so that's what I'm attracted to. My dad damn sure laid the ground rules, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was clear he was a man at the same time, but I think my mom had issues with that too, right? Because it's just like, a lot of black women do. Black women, we just bossy. And yet my dad was, being very like, I want to keep these. Being very sensitive, like my dad is a ladies' man and shit like that. Any man who's a ladies' man, it's the reason why you got men who attract a lot of women, because they resonate with that feminine energy. They know what it takes to easily, like it comes natural for them to be able to put a smile on a woman's face. They got what it takes. A lot of times, they got it. They got it, But I'm gonna throw this away. It's like either you got it or you don't. You got it or you don't. Some men be trying to get it. They want to be that man. They want to be that nigga, so to speak. They got women, right? They want to be that. But, and they be trying too hard to try to be that. Like, you ain't got it. You don't got the it factor. They want to have it, though. Pencil skirt. I love my pencil skirts. Definitely keeping that. I gotta run iron over a lot of these things here, boy. I'm definitely washing clothes tomorrow. It's another pencil skirt. I like my tight fitting pencil skirts that come down to my knee. I love it. How do you tell a man you want him to become? That's the thing. That's what I mean. Either he got it or he don't. I think dominance, really, I do think dominance is just like, and it's like a natural trait. It's like inbred. I don't think dominance is something that a man can learn. And especially at this point in his development, right? Like, he already a man. So to go and try to change who he is, dominance is like a personality trait in a way. You can't change or go in and change a person's personality. That's like changing their whole identity. You changing everything about them. The way they view the world, their attitudes, everything, how they interact. You changing everything about that man's psyche. That's a personality characteristic. Dominance. If he ain't got it, he ain't gonna have it. Now, one may argue, say, oh no, you can, because dominance can be viewed as a behavioral characteristic. And behavior, we know, can be changed. It can be manipulated. It can be shaped. So one may say, okay, well, the more submissive a woman becomes, the more dominant a man may become. But that whole seesaw. And we cannot negate the importance of financial contribution. It goes back to what we talked about in the beginning of this conversation, Denitra. When you say you're the head of household, but you want your man to be dominant, that sounds like a major contradiction. Somebody else may know different. And then the people that's going to watch this video when it gets posted on YouTube, please feel free to share your perspective so we can all be enlightened. You know what I'm saying? It's about sharing information and becoming more enlightened. I like these, y'all. Y'all remember the, what they call this? The bell bottom? I think I might keep these. But no. It's a man gonna submit to a woman who's the head of household. Makes sense. Who wouldn't? A woman will submit to a man when he's head of household. It's just a natural flow. It's natural. Women don't have to have her guard up. Don't have to have those defenses up. Don't have to feel obligated in different areas, aspects of that relationship or within herself, because she can let down a little bit. She can relax a little bit. Women, black men be complaining that with black women, oh, you so dominant, you so aggressive, you so argumentative, you so this, all these negative characteristics. But it's like we have become that way through adaptation to our environment and producing more testosterone. You're like, dang, this woman's so forceful. Yeah, they're that way because of the environment. Just like you look at those African tribal women and they look damn near like men or bone structure. That's through adaptation. That's an evolutionary aspect of them, right? And it's not to undermine like the beauty and value of a strong black woman, African woman. Yeah, it's beautiful, but in terms of an interpersonal relationship, it's gonna unfold a certain way. And it's going to affect how you relate to your partner and how they respond to you. How you interact with the world in which you live in. It matters. I don't know why I got this loud behind. I guess it, in a way, it served its purpose, you know, being like a peach blazer. But I would have to put this in the cleaners because just putting it in the washing machine and iron it, that ain't gonna cut it. That thing got too many wrinkles in it. So, that's just to answer your question in a nutshell. You want to just sit down just to know that you're taken care of, right? That takes a certain degree of trust, too, with your partner. To trust him to take the lead. Like you entrusting like everything about your life, your survival in this other person's hands, right? You gotta be capable. Many factors can affect that. Part of me want to keep it, part of me don't. I'm gonna not keep it though, because I feel like I can get another one, a better one. Yeah, you know, some men may not be, you know, in a physical condition to take on that responsibility. They may not have the cognitive ability. Because that's a whole nother layer of responsibility, you know, that you trying to uphold a man too. That's a lot. When men hear that, a lot of modern day men hear that, talking about not only taking care of a child, being accountable to a child that they bear, you know, that they create, but taking care of a whole woman, like a family, like that's a lot. That's a burden for a lot of men. That they don't have it. They don't have what it takes. They don't have within them. Because what is a family? A family is an institution. Now, the size of the institution is determined by how many people are within that family unit. But let's just go with the average size. Let's say 4. 2 kids, the husband, the wife. The man being the head of that institution. That's a lot for some men to manage. Some men can't even manage themselves as an individual, let alone an institution of 4 people. And then you got men that want to be bosses. Oh, I'm a boss. I'm a CEO. Of what company? And how many employees do you have? Because you can't even manage a 4-person household, family unit. How can you manage a company of 100 employees. You don't have what it takes, bro. You're not alpha. I like this. I might keep this. It's cute. Nice for a little dinner date or something. You know? A little mini. Ooh, I want to wear this. Nice with some nice sheer tights and some boots, some sexy boots. Y'all can rock. When I do get did up, yo, I be looking to die for. For real, but no, yo, I can see myself rocking this shit. Some nice boots. Y'all, I ain't ready to step out, but like, she bad. I turn heads dressing like this. Exactly. When you can trust a person with your life. Because if you can trust them with your life, you can trust them with the life of your offspring. A baby that you are nurturing within your womb. A lot of women fuck up because they know damn well these niggas that they let come all up in them and get them pregnant. They know damn well them motherfuckers can't take care of your ass. So you know damn well they can't take care of no goddamn baby. You know damn well. So why do you let this motherfucker come up in you? Why? I ain't even about to play. That's why I'm single now. And I just wait. You know what I'm saying? We all want love though. I get it. People, we get lonely. We get lonely. Like, oh, I want somebody to hold me at night. I want somebody to give me sweet nothings in my ear. Fuck all that shit. I don't need that. I don't need sweet nothings in my ear. I tell myself sweet nothings. But it is nice to be held at night, though. It is. I definitely can't. I think it's part of a two-piece bathing suit. I know I can't fit this shit no more. It's like a little girl, but it's just to give y'all an idea of how small I used to be. I'm a big girl now. And I had this when I was as an adult. Yo, this is not even that old. This is probably like probably 5 years old, 6 years old. I need to seek Jesus and pray on. That's a whole other conversation with that Jesus talk. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like we have been whitewashed with the Christianity. Nothing wrong with believing in a higher power. You know. But sometimes we got to question. We got to question history. And the Bible is a history book that has been written by man. So you just got to just kind of think critically about certain things that you been taught to believe growing up when you didn't have a choice to believe it, to accept it, because it was kind of force-fed into you. It was imposed upon you. But you have a choice now. You're an older person with a rational mind. You can think and you can make a decision for yourself and ask questions and begin to research. And then you come to find the real truth, and that is true awakening. That's when you really come to an awareness of who you are, of knowing who you are, of consciousness. I'm not here to preach, so this video is not really supposed to be about that, but I do like these pants, so I will be keeping these. But it's a good conversation. Y'all know I'm up for a good conversation any day of the week, any time of the day. See, I don't like that film of the deodorant I used to use. That's why I stopped. Part of the reason, aside from like it has chemicals in it that are not healthy for our body, so I discontinued using that kind of deodorant. I use organic. When I do wear deodorant, which is kind of rare that I wear it, but when I do, it's organic deodorant. Throw this out. I see a little bit of dinginess. I'm throwing it out. Yeah, will for the universe, but no, you ain't gotta pray on it. You already got it. You already got it, right? You already got your husband with you, right? The man that you taking care of, that's your husband, ain't it? Don't let me change your mind now. I don't want to break up no happy homes now. I like this, but all this stuff I know good and well I'm not going to wear. I know that. You know how they may preach in church that you should seek a God-fearing man, but will that make him less dominant in his personal... You touching on something, Denitra. That's what I'm talking about, the role of religion and how it's used to make us as men, black men and black women, subservient to the dominant structure. Some people think it's all belonging. Oh no, that's not what the purpose of religion is. Religion serves a purpose, since it serves as a guide to guide us in the right principles in life, so we can govern ourselves accordingly and appropriately. You can make that argument, but it's like, look at you look at the conditioning, you look at the effects of the psychological conditioning of religion in the minds and the psyche of black people, which I have done. Like, I've spent a lot of time doing this. This is my research. You asked about my research and my clinical focus in psychology. This is it. I know I don't get on here and talk about it as much. I did used to talk about it though, way back, go back in the beginning of my PhD program when I first started 2016. I was talking about it kind of a little bit more then, but being met with opposition, not that I can't handle opposition. I can, but it's a war game. You gotta move smart. So you gotta know how to move, you know what I'm saying, in the game of war and politics. I'm looking at this trying to decide if I should keep this. I kind of do, but I don't like the sleeves. The sleeves look kind of dingy. Nope. Yeah, so it's just like, God-fearing man. Who is God? Who is the God that they have conditioned us to believe in? And especially paired with the images of their representation of who Jesus is. That is some people got, you got to study programming, right? Study psychological programming of the mind. People underestimate the power of imagery. But imagery goes a long way in the conditioning of the mind. And for how many years have we been conditioned to view Jesus as this white person? People say, well, it don't matter. Like, you got some black people, they're so wrapped up, they're so intertwined and immersed, and religion has been so deeply embedded in their freaking DNA, beyond freaking their psyche. We're talking about in their DNA. Like, for them, it's irrefutable. Like, you can't even argue, you can't even have an open discussion about this with them, because it's just, no. It don't matter the race. This is their thinking. It don't matter the race. It don't matter the color. It don't matter. He loves us. I love Jesus. That's all that matter. He's my savior. Da da da. But for a person who thinks, right, and uses your mind, the mind that everybody was born with, think. Like, think. You know what I'm saying? You feeling me? Think. It's a game, man. This is a game. It's part of the system. It goes deeper than police brutality. This is a multifaceted system here. It's very advanced, very sophisticated. So, on all levels, man. It's on all levels, y'all. Some people think it's just all about, fighting against police brutality, racial oppression. Let's look at it within the church. Let's not point fingers at the church, so to speak, because the church has become, right, this this haven for the black community. So it's not to attack that haven, right, or that sense of community. No, we need that. We need that. But let's look at the principles within it. You know what I'm saying? The principles taught within religion. Or what's these opinions? I was talking about my last video how I met like this gay dude back in New York, like randomly after this TV show that we was a part of, and we went out. I stopped by his house and we traded like. He basically was like my designer, so to speak, and thought that this would be better. I think it was these. I said it was the other pants, but I think it actually was these. Now that I think about it. And then he ended up keeping my freaking outfit that I'm like, yo, I want my shit back. I'll bring your pants back, give me my shit. You know what I'm saying? I think he really liked mine. That's the reason why he kept mine. I like this pencil skirt. I might keep it, yeah. Religious dogma. Yeah, I did go to New York Film Academy. Got to learn the ins and outs of filmmaking. But that's a whole nother story I don't feel like going into right now. So I do have a lot of like little stuff from New York Film Academy out there in Burbank, California. Should I keep this or not? Put this one away. This has been a very enlightening conversation. I like to have conversations like this. And I usually do, you know, with guys that I'm interested in. We be going deep, yo. Like I said, the last guy I dated, yo, like this was, I think, the first night we got on the phone. Was on the phone for 8 hours. That's all I said, yo, we put in a whole freaking work shift. We put in a whole work shift. You know? Because there's so much to be said. I might keep this. So much to be said. But I feel like he might have a hole somewhere. I'm getting rid of all my holy clothes. There's no point. Unless it's jeans. And jeans, you can get away with holes in jeans. Because that's like the style. But other clothes, nah. I got somebody boxers. Ex or somebody, probably not even my ex, probably some nigga I was messing around with. No, let me stop. Definitely throwing these away. I like black jeans. Yeah, I think this had a hole in it. I like this little jumpsuit. Honestly, these little jumpsuits I got, and I've shown y'all like where it got a hole in the back and the butt part got ripped. These didn't cost that much. I probably paid maybe like, I don't know. I'm not pretty sure less than $20, but this one ripped on the side. I was at work, y'all, at my practicum site, freaking at a hospital, psych hospital. And I noticed this shit had fucking ripped. But I don't care because I'm gangster. Like, who gonna check me, boo? No, let me stop. But nah, they ain't cost that much. I got these from that store. I think it's in, probably have it like nationwide, but it's a store in LA called Q. They sell like little trendy clothes and stuff, so it ain't cost that much. It's hard for me to part ways. I got freaking wash rags. I got all kind of shit. Throwing all this stuff out tonight or probably tomorrow. I'm doing laundry in the morning. I'm gonna get up early in the morning. I'm gonna do laundry, wash all these clothes that I'm going through from LA, and then I need to go by Home Depot, get some stuff from Home Depot, and then I'm probably gonna go to the I'm gonna do a nature walk. I want to take you guys with me on the nature walk. Here are some more holy jeans. It always happened there. Why? Why does it happen there? I don't know. I kind of want to keep them. Alright, yeah, these towels, I don't need these freaking towels. But it's my FSU pants. It's hard to part ways because I had these all the way back from when I was at FSU. It's just hard to throw away things like that. Sentimental items. It is hard. It's like a perfectly good towel, so I think I'm keeping this towel. Some things I will keep and some things I am parting ways with. I think these pants might still be good. Unless they got a hole in them. That's the thing about cheap shit though. They do be getting holes in them real fast. But I'm leveling up now, y'all. Your girl tax bracket is increasing, so you know. But that don't mean I'm probably gonna stop buying cheap shit. Like, you know, some things you just like. They like these stores like Forever 21. They be making some cute stuff, even though it, you know, that shit gonna tear up. It be cute though. More African. I think this is a back. Yeah, I want my man, I don't want him to be subservient. I want him to be dominant. And not only in the relationship with me, because there's a hierarchy I think that should follow in relationship. I want him to be dominant in society, but it's hard for black men to be dominant, right? Because it's like, damn, we are already on a losing team, so to speak. Like politically, economically, in our society. I mean, who controls the resources? Who run the world? White people do. Unfortunately. But I like a man that recognizes power in society and is trying to do something about, like Dr. Umar. You know, so I have like certain men that I do like. I like these men I would be with. And I talked about this before, like Dr. Umar Johnson, like the likes of him, Dr. Umar, Nature Boy. He calls himself Nature Boy. A lot of people don't like him because they're like, oh, he this, he that. A lot of that shit that people accuse him of is not even true. It's just he's under attack, as are a lot of other like black leaders, you know, because obvious reasons, right? Like anytime you try to galvanize change, you try to like organize the black people, it's like it's revolutionary, you know what I'm saying? And it does threaten the power structure. But I like what he stands for. I like Nature Boy, what he stands for. His government name is Eligio Bishop. He's from Harlem, New York. And he basically, his whole theme is going out into nature, living off nature. But it's really in revolt against the system of Babylon, which is basically America. It refers to as America, and like building your own tribe. Like, I like that premise. Despite the person themselves or the character flaws that he has, I look beyond that. I'm looking at like what he stands for. This is what he's about. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that. I can submit to something like that, you know? Of course, you gotta be ethical, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes with a certain degree of power comes abuse of that power. So that's within any human being. You gotta check yourself when you've been given that much power. You gotta check yourself, you know? He does. He checks himself. If he don't, the universe definitely does, and humble his ass or whatever. But I just like what he stands for, you know? That's the alpha shit. You listen to like what he's about. Not only listen, but watch to see, you know? He believes in taking care of his women. Now, granted, he does have multiple wives. Like over probably 5 wives, I think. But he lives, you know, I think he lives in Puerto Rico now. But his idea is just to go against the system, you know? I like people like that. That are woke enough to not only preach it, but to live it. And he lives it. I like this skirt. he lives it. So yeah, I respect that. I like that, and you know, I'm gonna find me somebody like that one day. We'll see. I just feel like we gotta know how to move. You gotta know how to move because there's so many attacks, so many threats. You know, you gotta know how. Is the guy like he has to be intuitive? He has to be smart, conscious, beyond consciousness. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a political consciousness and knowing how to move. It seems like this might be too big. Like it seems like this might be loose fitting. I like it because of color. I might keep it. So here is the hard part, you guys, because now I'm done separating all of my good clothes from the bad. The bad I'm gonna throw out. The good I'm gonna take to the laundry tomorrow and wash. Who are you talking about? Okay, so I talked about 2 leaders. I mentioned Dr. Umar Johnson. I know you know who he is. Now, if you don't, okay, he's a school psychologist based in Pennsylvania. His whole movement is about bringing about change within academia, of course, like within an educational system, by creating his own school and eventually schools, plural. He's faced a lot of opposition in doing so. So it's a long time coming for him in getting that school up and running. But he means well. Like, you can see a person's heart, right? So, you don't know who Dr. Umar Johnson is? Where you been at, Denitra? I feel like a lot of people just, I don't know. Y'all be in your own zone. So people pay attention to what they want to pay attention to, I guess. But I learned about him. I didn't know who he was, to be honest. I didn't know. Before 2014, I didn't know who Dr. Umar Johnson was. But then 2014, that's when I moved to New York City from Atlanta. And I met my ex. My last, the last guy I dated seriously, he was from Brooklyn, Jamaican. And he put me on to Dr. Umar through a documentary called Hidden Colors, which is basically produced by Tariq Nasheed, who was based out in LA. And I got a chance to actually go to one of the premieres of the most recent installment of Hidden Colors. But Dr. Umar Johnson played a role in Hidden Colors. I think he was in the first one, or maybe first 2 Hidden Colors. Hidden Colors is like a 5-part series, I think, now. And he stood out. Dr. Umar Johnson stood out to me. I'm getting rid of this because he got a hole. So here's the hard part of going through all of these. Dr. Umar Johnson stood out to me. And from there I started to follow him. And it's funny because even though my ex introduced me to him through the documentary, and even though me and my ex didn't work out, I remember like through our breakup where my ex would like pop up at my house and shit like that, knock on the door because he missed me, of course, I get it. He would ask me like, oh, did you see, the new video that Umar Johnson posted? So he would keep me like abreast of, what's happening. We would still kind of talk about like current events within the conscious community. And, kept me up to date with that or whatever. And so I just, I took to it. I gotta get another bag to put these clothes in. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta get a trash bag. But yeah, Dr. Umar, he the man, but this is the thing, he's been under attack. Dr. Umar been under attack for so long that, there's a narrative against him. They created a whole narrative against the man. And if you're not wise enough to see through the bullshit, you'll fall for it and believe it. You gotta know how propaganda works, But you gotta decide for yourself, I can be on here all day and try to convince you, who he is and this and that. But it's up for each individual person to see that for themselves. You know, it's like one of those things where you know. And if you don't, then you don't. You know what I'm saying? In terms of being able to have discernment, right? So, I'm about to put all of this stuff on this side. Trash. Hopefully I don't take anything out, because all of this stuff do need to go in. It need to go in the trash. I put it on this side for a reason. This side is trash. This side I'm saving and I'm washing. But yeah, so that's Dr. Umar Johnson. And then the other guy, he calls himself Nature Boy. But he's had many names. He's evolved and, you know, went through so many different names. So, but his birth name, I mean, his government name is Eligio Bishop or whatever. Yeah, of course, everybody got a history. I feel like sometimes people use, like when leaders, you know, that they become big, right, and well-known and popular, people try to dig up, like, dirt to discredit their message. So they'll go way back and like, oh, this person did this in their past. Look at what he did. Everybody got a past, but I don't negate, you know what I'm saying, the truthfulness of their message, though. And we're only human. I feel like you look at what a person's effort is and you see they're trying. Yeah, people gonna make mistakes. People make mistakes. You make mistakes. But look him up. You know, look him up. Dr. Umar, he's on Instagram and Facebook. I think he's on Twitter, but who really uses Twitter? Who uses Twitter, yo? But yeah, he on Facebook and Instagram. Nature Boy, he's on pretty much all platforms, including Bigo or Bigo, however you pronounce it. So, Nature Boy, he might be hard to follow now. I tried to put my last guy I was dating on some Nature Boy, but he kind of got confused. He's like, what is going on? It's almost like, I mean, granted, people live their lives on social media. So it's like when you following these characters or these leaders, they are characters though, because they're people. It's like you're watching a saga. And so if they've been around for several years and we in 2021, you just now coming into the saga. So it's like we on season 50, feels like it, but we probably, you know, on season 12, and you trying to jump in on season 12 and figure out what the hell is going on and put the pieces together. And in doing so, you're going to come across the trolls or his haters, so to speak, who are going to try to, let's say you comment, you know, let's say you join one of Nature Boy's Instagram lives, right, after you look him up and you follow him or whatever, and you trying to make sense of what's happening, so you type, you know, in the comment box and you asking questions, the trolls will be the first to answer it for you, but through their own lens and their own biasness, right, their own biased perspective. So maybe you're influenced by that, maybe you're not. But I think it's just up for each individual person to decide what they want to believe in. I don't think this path is not meant for everybody. You know? But yeah, they're worth checking out. If you're curious, you want to learn more, they're worth checking out. It might not be your thing. For some people, it's just not their thing. They're like, not my thing. Because it's too much. It really goes against the status quo. It goes against everything you know and perceive about a man. How a man should be, you know. So, it may be, what you might see may be a little bit jarring to you, because it does go against that. And that's the whole point. It goes against the status quo. of how our society is. So I did decluttering through all these bags of clothes. I think I started out with how many bags? 6 or 7 bags of clothes. And I'm throwing 3 bags of clothes in the trash. That feel good. That's good, ain't it? That's almost half, right? Half of the clothes here. I'm throwing in the trash. Cause y'all saw what it was. It wasn't nothing. Shit ain't nothing. Ain't worth keeping this shit. That's why they going in the trash. They are worn the fuck out. Whew. I'm gonna sleep good tonight, yo. I will sleep good tonight. But yeah, that's what it is in a nutshell. So, thanks for the conversation. I gotta get these ready to wash over here. I'm gonna be doing a lot of freaking washing. I'm trying to get there early in the morning. Nobody there. And wash. It's gonna take probably about, I'm gonna get these are big washers, 5 big washers. I'm gonna take a lift though too, yo. Wash it all at one time. Get her done. Is it 4 or is it 5? Technically it's really 4, but I'm gonna make this 5 bags so not to put everything all in one. I think I did great. I did it. Y'all staying in tonight? Given that it is Friday. This is freaking work. But I did it. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know what the hell this go to. It goes to a robe actually, but where's the robe at? I don't know. I don't know where the robe is. But I'll catch y'all later. Great conversation. We can always continue. I'm always up for great conversation. That's what I'll be asking y'all. Comment, like, engage. It's okay to engage. I don't bite. You know. I do have different kind of views and all, but you know, I welcome different perspectives. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Good night.